There's never a bad day for picking J Bob, the video game slob, coming back at ya. We have a whole tub of video games. We got some bonus content. Let's get it unloaded. Show you what we got. All right, we're back. Let's dig through here. $500 in total today. $466 in games, and then the stuff from the back that's just off screen here. So let's take a look, see what we got. See if we'll get our money back on, any of this. I don't know. We'll see. These are just some discs only stuff, so there's nothing in there. But here's the actual stuff with games in it. Dave Mirra's pretty decent. If you're not on the lookout for sports games, Madden 17 is generally one of the better ones to look out for. And the same thing with the NCAA 12, 13, and 14. Always good ones to be on the lookout for. Now, I'm assuming if you're watching this channel, you already know that. No real value placed on some of these things. We got a lot of loose discs here. He threw in some empty boxes like that. Again, these were just like empty boxes or chip-ins. That was a loose disc. I think I paid $1 for it since it was the PS4 version. But Sphinx, pretty cool game. Little water damage to the cover, but, pretty happy with that pickup. Again, not great case condition, but always happy to pick up Star Wars. And again, I know as collectors we don't love the Call of Duties, but that's the stuff that sells. Same thing with like Mortal Kombat, not exactly, oh, there you go, plane. Always going to be a plane flying over whenever you want to record a video that's, 500 feet above your head. Why not? It's not like I live next to an airport or anything. Just randomly has to be a crop dusting plane out to just really enhance the authenticity of it being J Bob, the video game slob, of course. Cold Fear, excellent game. This is probably the choicest pickup in the lot, I think. Very happy to have that. Already have it as a game, so that's very helpful. So by have that, I mean available to the customers here soon. Just a couple of loose discs. Again, probably Sonic, maybe, which isn't that great of a game. Being the prize to pick up there. ATV All Out, who cares? Cars, loose disc in there. This was the wrong Star Wars. I think it has Lego Star Wars in it, so that was real cheap. The Halo had Halo 2 in it. But that's the good part, in dealing with this guy, is he knows that we're going to go through all this. Unfortunately, this would have been another choice of the lot, but that's just an empty box. And he goes, "You want the empty box for free?" And yeah, we'll find a disc for that eventually. Same with Fable 3. Empty box here. Let's see. Rapala. Here, we'll cut real quick and I'll have to come back. And we're back. If your kids aren't crying in pain because they've hurt themselves somehow, are you really a parent? No, they've always got to mess something up. So, there we go. So we're back. Just a bunch of, I guess, oddball controllers. Controllers are usually like $3, and so, yeah, inevitably, some of these aren't going to work or have issues, but inevitably, like this one looks pretty good, you get a Wii Motion Plus for $3. So you kind of have to take the high with the low there. There's a whole bag of cords and stuff over there we haven't messed with or whatever. I never show you that stuff, but cords are always hanging around. It cracks me up, especially with PS4. You see those sword art games and you think RPG should command a reasonable price, but yeah, I'd be shocked if it's even worth $10, that kind of a thing. And this is kind of funny. I now have a small collection of Fireman games, and so I saw this the other day and I was like, oh man, now there's another Fireman game I don't have in the collection, but there you go. Mission completed. Another fire-based game in the collection. It is kind of strange just how many of those there are, and so here was another flyer we took. So for $40, we get the Pokemon Pinball, and no charger on this one. It's, of course, going to be a 001 because it's blue. Looks like it's in good shape, and usually they're good shape, but, took a chance for $40 on a Game Boy SP with the game in it there. I know this is the worst game of all time, so saying I can't sell it shouldn't be too shocking, but it seems like I have gotten a massive stockpile of those. And this one had a nice bonus in it. I forgot what it was. Do we get another Sonic? Oh my gosh, yeah, we got another Sonic the Lost Rings for free in that one. Boy, isn't that a great addition to the collection here. And as you can tell, because this stuff comes out of like apartment cleanups and things like that. All these things are dusty, so it's going to take a ton of work to get all this stuff clean. Always does. But I guess, you know, if it was easy, everybody would do it, and that would just be the way. And so if you want to pick up free games for your collection and resell stuff to make a couple extra bucks to pad your hobby, well, you got to put in the elbow grease, and that's just kind of the way it is. And so here's where it's going to get real disappointing. Although that is a game in the box, and that is a game in the box, and they have their manuals. These next three here are box and manuals and a lot of the inserts, but unfortunately, and I knew this, you know, he let me know, that those do not have games in them, which sucks because I now have a ton of high-end boxes for GameCube stuff that I probably will just never find loose discs for, but hopefully if I do, that'll help out. The Resident Evil is in there, though, which is nice. We got the GameCube. Let's see. I'm doing it upside down and backwards. This is terrible. Has Mario Strikers in it, but as you can tell, needs cleaned out. Third-party memory card not doing us any favors. And so, yeah, so the second big flyer here is this green PSP 3001. I took the battery out, a little damage to it, because it was exploding, and it comes with no power supply, but he promised it works. I mean, I doubt it. You know, that's definitely not what I'm looking forward to. But unfortunately, probably this being a good lot hinges on that. So give me a second, let me clear some space. We'll come back, get the rest of this cleaned out. All right, getting down to the bottom of the barrel here. Just some standard games, but you know, we always like picking up Halos because we keep all the copies of that we come across. And I always like picking up the little pieces of ephemera that people would throw out, so we always keep that as well. Let's see, it might be easier if we just flip these over. You can tell how nice and high quality this bin is by all the junk in the bottom. But, you know, that's the nature of it. It would be great to have a video game store. People just walk in and hand you nice stuff, and I can tell you even the stuff that walks in the video game store is still pretty nasty, full of vape juice, often smells of illegal smoked substances, things like that. So, but when you gotta go and provide liquidity services to people, this is the condition that you find things in. And so, as you can see, some decent PSP stuff, like Chinatown Wars, but in the most part, like Sonic Rivals, you know, we got case damage to some of these things. It's definitely dirty, you know, that kind of stuff. And again, my apologies that everybody starts yard work immediately. Thought I could pause that, but what are you going to do? You know, we are where we are. It is what it is. But yeah, I mean, some cool stuff, but, you know, it's not, you know, the game. Unfortunately, it's just the UMDs and a lot of sports titles. So, you know, nothing too excited to round it out with. But let's show you what's non-video game stuff here. Hang on with me for a second. And here we are back for the wrap-up. I have no idea what RoboForce is, but we have this weird RoboForce thing going on. I don't know. We got that little Mew action. We'll explain these pants here in a second. Little Pokemon stuffy. Got the Mortal Kombat boat. I was super stoked about this. I have no idea what it is or what it's from, but that's pretty cool. Picked up some Parliament. Can't go wrong with that. Every time I see a stack of Goosebumps, we pick up a stack of Goosebumps. So new or old, you know, we don't discriminate. And then here you go. Oh shoot, well, I guess we gotta pull out our friend, the Grateful Dead bear, with the tag. So, I don't know, hopefully a cool pickup. But yeah, here's our Willy Talk ventriloquist doll. Super creepy, as you can see there. But he does have pants, so that makes him slightly less creepy, I hope. But yeah, he seemed like he sold for a few bucks online, so we're pretty happy about that. We got this vintage Ohio State Buckeyes trash bin. And then, as you can see, needs some cleaning, pretty gross. But down in the bottom of this guy, where it belongs, in the trash, frankly, Popeye. Does it got a year on it? I guess not. Well, yeah, it did right there. 1980, Popeye, pretty gross. metal lunchbox, but there you go. And then just to wrap it up, a bunch of wrestlers and some other little guys. But yeah, so there you go. That's how we literally bought a trash can and a bunch of other trash for $500. So again, as always, J Bob the Video Game Slob coming back at you with the hot ventriloquist pickups.